Hello friends, I Madhuri Tar. Today we'll be discussing the topic NLP implementation through Spacey using Colab. Spacey is one of the tools after NLTK. We will going to identify also that which are the advantages of your Spacey as compared to NLTK in this video. In previous videos, we have already seen the NLTK, the different operations or the pre-processing task of the natural language processing, that is the tokenization, then stemming, lemmatization, then POS tagging, chunking, parsing, and many more. So in this video, we're going to study regarding the Spacey tool and its implementation for the natural language processing. So proceeding further. So the first question arises that when to use NLTK and when Spacey. So when if you are a beginner, so you can use the NLTK also and Spacey also. If you want to build the end-to-end production application, then you should go with Spacey. If you want to go with some neural network architectures, so you can't use Spacey and NLTK also, both the cases. Then if you want to go for some good kind of accuracy also, you can't use Spacey and NLTK. If you want to train your models from your own data, then yes, definitely you can use Spacey and NLTK. And if you want to build an application as of efficient on your CPU, so you can also use Spacey and NLTK. So now proceeding further with the tool that is Spacey on Google Colab. So in Google Colab, I'm starting with the natural language processing through Spacey using Colab. I've already seen the difference between NLTK and Spacey when we can use it. So now in this video we'll be going to see the sentence tokenization, word tokenization, lemmatization, part of speech tagging, entity recognition, dependency parsing. So now if you want to use the Spacey package uh, in your uh, in your program for execution, so you just write down the first command, import Spacey. So that will import your library Spacey here. Then there are many tools, or we can say the different libraries for different languages. Different models are there for every language. So for English we are using here. So EN is the word for English. So EN model we are downloading here. So we have written the command spacey.load EN. Once it is done, you can proceed towards the sentence tokenization. So sentence tokenization is nothing but tokenizing the text, that is splitting the piece of text into the sentences. So might be you have entered the paragraph or the whole document, you can get the sentences from it. So if suppose I am passing here the document, you have to pass whatever the argument or the whole document also, you have to pass it in the brackets, and with outside you have to give NLP. So by default NLP as what we can call it as for the English language, you can verify here. The syntax says you have to enter the text in this way. You have to write NLP here, and then only you can pass the text document here. So the name of that document DOC I had given, you can give any name to it. You execute it. So DOC equals to NLP in bracket whatever the document you want to give it, for which you want your sentences. Now for the next sentence, now you want to split your sentences from your paragraph. So you pass that one here, like you can write for send in dog.send sends and print send. So sends method will be responsible for doing the what we can call it as tokenizing your sentences from the paragraph. So therefore we can say sends is one of the attribute of that method to which gives you the total tokens as of a sentence. Once you'll be executing it, you'll be getting the output that whatever the sentences we have provided here, life is a good gift from God. Do your best? Everything is blessing. So now the three sentences you'll be getting it. So this way the output is there for as of a sentence tokenization. Now proceeding further, the word tokenization. Now we did from paragraph to sentences. Then now we are moving from sentences to words. So now we are tokenizing the words. So tokenizing the text is the process of splitting a piece of text into words, symbols, punctuation, spaces and many more. So here each word will be considered to be a token. For that, in Spacy, you do have one method, directly split. So whatever the you can say whatever the text you will be passing here, like our document was there in doc. So text dot split is a method that text is for the text, and then split indicates the method which will do this operation. So you'll be getting your all tokens in your hand. That is, we have passed whatever the sentence is there, so you are getting the words as of each token. So this way the word tokenization can work. Now, the next task is to go for lemmatization. So, lemmatization is the process of reducing a word to its base form. So, like if there is suppose word is suppose rats, so you will be getting rat. And if suppose the lemma is was, then the original base form is be, that is be. So now suppose again I am passing here one of the text here, that is in double quotes, that is active, activated, activating, as an example as a text. Now I'm making it as a we have to pass this one the string into NLP, that already we have seen, because in English language the syntax for passing it is like this one. So in bracket you are passing it. So now that will become a new variable. Now you are passing this NLP underscore exa, this variable in with the for loop and for lemmatizing it. So word dot lemma is responsible for doing the lemmatization. So you can verify it. You can run this code. So you will be getting the output here for active, that is for active, active, for activated only activated, and activating, activating you are getting. So you can verify this output. Again we'll be passing something more, some more example. So if the example is know, knows and knowing, so the output again you can verify it, that is know, know and know. So this way we can verify that for even different words your lemmatizer gives you the different result. Now proceeding towards the next operation, that is POS tagging. So now we'll be doing the POS tagging in Spacy. So again you are passing here a string, whatever you want to give it, and then we are using a tags method directly. So in Spacy there are two methods which are responsible for giving you the tags. One is your underscore tag and another is that is will be verifying in the next code. So you can verify that one, that is tag underscore. This is again one of the method. So please proceed for that. So now applying the sentence here. Now we are collecting all the tags from your sentence in your POS underscore tag with the method tag underscore. And now we are printing those tags from the method tag underscore. So you are getting the output here, NNP, then POS, then NN, again this way. So this way we can verify the output of the different words. I'm running it. So now you can verify let as a verb, then play is a verb, sum is determiner, and this way you can verify the output. Now let us go ahead with another method, that is POS underscore. So one of the method was tag underscore for returning the tag, and the second method is POS underscore. So now we'll be running it. Now you'll be collecting those tags in POS underscore tags, and again you are running it. So you'll be getting the output here, that you'll be getting the grammatical labels for your all words. So that is verb, pronoun, verb, determiner, and this way. So this way we can identify, we can do the operation of part of speech tagging. Let us go ahead with the next kind of operation in Spacy, that is entity recognition. We also call it as NER, that is a named entity recognition. So now here I am passing here one paragraph on APJ Abdul Kalam sir. So now I am keeping that whole one in the variable suppose Kalam. Now this variable I am keeping in spacey you have to give it in the brackets. So now passing in that one, that NLP to your variable NLP underscore kala, and now what I am doing, I am applying a method that is ends. So you can verify that method here, .ents. So this method is responsible for tokenizing it as well as giving the entity recognition also. So you can verify the syntax of it, and then you directly apply for I in NLP underscore this variable and .ents method. So now you can verify the result of this one is this one. You will be getting APJ Abdul Kalam as person, then Indian NORP, then ordinal GP date and all this. Now verifying that what in the person, yes, person no need to clarify it. Person is self-explanatory. NORP is the nationalities of religious groups. So that way you can verify Indian. So Indian here is the nationality of the religious group. GP identifies locations, cities, countries, etc. So here GP was one of the variable. Date recognizes a specific date. That is any date you can whatever you is there. So it is recognized by date. So this way, and organization org, here it is one of the variable is org, that is the it identifies the organization. So this way ENTS method is responsible for giving you the entity recognition. Now you can also try something new in your entity recognition. One of the packages Displacy. So from that also you can run your code. This Displacy is one of the what we can call it as one of the package in Spacey. You can directly call, and even that way the named entity recognition can be identified. So here like I just got 5 chocolates at 10 a.m. So 5 is a cardinal, that is a cardinal number. 10 a.m. is the time, and this way the labels are assigned very properly by using the Displacy as a package. So now this way we can also execute your entity recognition. Now proceeding further with the last operation, that is dependency parsing. So dependency parsing is assigning the syntactic dependency labels and also describes the relationships in between the tokens, that is subject or object. So now you can verify from Spacey import Displacy. Again this operation we are doing through Displacy, and then you pass whatever the string you want to pass it in bracket with NLP, and now this doc is here passed, and with the different options are used for the method render. So you can use a method render here, and that will be giving you the dependency parsing for the whole sentence. So this way we can verify the dependency inside your sentence for the subject, object and everything. So you can verify here the result. Here I like talk to people every time. So I is a pronoun, like is the main verb is like, the subject is I, and then on the right hand side your object, that is talk to people, preposition, and this way at the end every time is the adverb. So this way what we can call it as, we can understand the dependency parsing. So hope you understood the concept well, and in the next video we'll be going to cover something more about the other NLP task also. So thank you for watching this. So in the next part we'll be going to see some more tasks.